Now, before we start this video, I just wanted to make a quick update. I don't know what to say. I've been doing a lot of work, and right now we're in some of the early stages for what I'm working on my second channel, which is going to be kind of like a short films channel. You guys should definitely subscribe to it if you want to see what I've been working on for. At this point, it's 2 weeks, but I'm presuming it's going to take up to like 3 or 4 months to make. It's a long process, and I have a lot to do in between as well, along with trying to keep this channel consistent. So it's a lot of pressure. So it's gonna take a little while to make. I also need to get gameplay, and I have a lot on my plate right now. So the process of making videos is going to start to slow down. I had a real peak in August, but now that I have so much on my plate to do, it's really going to start to slow down. And I'm extremely sorry for it. I really wish I could upload twice a week like I was earlier, but it's just too much work, and I really hope you guys understand if you're, looking for my videos, which I'm presuming most of you are, and I'm presuming most of you just click on it and then click off, so it would add a view or something, because, I don't know, my retention time is low. But whatever, I don't care. But anyway, let's begin the video. So in this video, I'm going to cover a new Overwatch thing. Not really new, but it's kind of a new problem arising, and it's something I've noticed recently, and it's the, how underpowered in the current meta the characters of Tracer and Widowmaker are. And in my opinion, I think the main reason for this is that their ultimates are just so... they can be used, but basically Widow's ultimate is a glorified sonic arrow, and Tracer's ultimate is a glorified Junkrat concussion mine. Except it goes off instantly. It goes off like 5 seconds. But, they're both just slightly improved versions of other characters' abilities, and really, if you wanted to get the value out of those types of abilities, you would really just switch to the characters that had the abilities in the first place. Like Tracer, you'd switch to Junkrat, and for Widow, you'd probably switch to Hanzo, because both of those characters are very good in the meta. Why? Because their abilities play off of their ultimates, and they're very centralized, whereas someone like Widowmaker, her ultimate it makes sense with her character, but it is so powerless when compared to something like, I don't know, what's a good example? Window of Opportunity. It's probably one of the lower end ultimates in my opinion. It definitely has its moments, but it's not really fantastic. But even then, it still boosts that damage and provides a major utility of damage boosting. Or let's take Hanzo's ultimate. I was comparing Widow to Hanzo earlier, where his ultimate provides a two high damage dragons, which basically makes a cylinder of damage to deal. And it can move positioning and change people's location and get people out of position, which makes it good for attacks. Widow's ultimate, it affects the whole team, but it only really helps Widow in her quest to get headshots. What is the rest of the team gonna do with that? How are you supposed to play off of it? A lot of ultimates make good combinations, and that's what makes them so great. But with Widow's ultimate, it's kind of like there's nothing you can really do with it. I can say similar things about Tracer's ultimate. Her ultimate is a lot more powerful than Widow's, in my opinion. And I think that she definitely has her moments with her ultimate. Widow, on the other hand, her ultimate, it does provide something, at least. It's not completely useless, but it only really helps the Widowmaker in lining up headshots. And even then, it's like if a lower end player were to try to pick up Widowmaker, using her ultimate probably wouldn't even really affect their playing. The only real thing it does is reveal the enemy positions, which, yes, can be important maybe before a fight, but during a fight, it becomes pretty useless, and it's pretty easy to figure out where the other team is positioning themselves with other abilities, such as Sonic Arrow, and maybe mobility items, or something like a Sombra. There are so many other better options than Widowmaker to use to track people down that it just makes her ultimate look like a joke. And really, I think that it needs to be turned more into an ability. What I think that they should do, they should take Widow's ultimate and transform it into a ability where she is able to find the nearest target to her and track it for 10 seconds. So it does reveal a little bit of positioning, but it only reveals one character compared to the whole team, because maybe they'll split up, or maybe the one character is going off on their own. So it does have its downfalls when compared to the other one, but it doesn't feel like a copy of Sonic Arrow as much as Widow's ultimate does. So I feel like that would make it a lot better. And what I would think that they should put in is maybe an ultimate where she has maybe, I don't know, like a scope timer or something where whenever she's scoping in on something, the game speed slows down or something. I don't know. Something like that. Something along the lines of like playing off of her lore, but also playing with her, with what she has to offer to the table. So I was thinking, it's like, I don't know, but she's slow. Whenever she's scoped in on someone, she gets time to line up a perfect headshot by scoping in on them and maybe slowing them down. Maybe not the whole game speed itself, but maybe slowing them down. I don't know, but that's what I think about Widow. Now I'm going to move into Tracer. Tracer's ultimate definitely has a lot more than Widow's. It can be used, for example, a Graviton Surge. It does make sense, but when you compare it to other ultimates that do pretty similar jobs, they do the same job but better. Tracer's, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% on this, but I'm pretty sure the range of damage is between 300 and 350. I'm not sure, it might have been buffed, it might have been nerfed, but that's the last number I heard. But that's enough to kill a 200 health hero. Whereas something like, I don't know, a Diva Bomb, even though it's a lot more obvious and it has a lot more activation time, it can one-shot any hero. And it has such a wide range. So the bonuses to a Diva Bomb way overpower the bonuses to a Tracer Bomb, which is fast activation time but low range. The really only good thing about it is fast activation time, comparative to like something like a Diva Bomb or even a Hanzo Arrow, which I've been comparing these guys to Hanzo a lot, but he, I would say, even makes more sense than her when you compare them by ultimates. And I think Tracer would probably benefit from a change to her ultimate, maybe either making the Pulse Bomb more like a one-shot, like if it's easier to stick a hero, and once you stick them, they're pretty much dead. And there are abilities they can use to get out of it, and it does 600 damage, though. So, say you stick a Roadhog, it does, like, not instant damage, it's not instant as soon as it goes off, but it has slight time in between, so if you can time your Can Crush right, you can actually avoid taking the full hit from it. That way there are ways to counter it, and it's still effective against Genji Deflex or Baby Diva, but it basically does 600 damage to an opponent, and it provides that utility where it can deal damage too. It can basically one-tap a hero. And I think it should be easier to stick bombs. I mean, it's pretty easy now, but for lower level players who are trying to pick up the game, like, Tracer's everywhere, like, on the cover, everywhere, but she's a hard hero to play. So, for a lot of people, their immediate thought would be to play Tracer, because she's the cover art character, and a lot of games put one of their easiest characters as the cover art character. I can't think of any examples at the moment. I mostly play non-character-based shooters, but a lot of those shooters use characters that are simple and easy to play, because it makes people who come into the game play characters they recognize, and if they find a character that they recognize, coming into the game, if they find a character that they recognize, they're more likely to play them, and if they don't understand the mechanics of the character, and they don't understand how to play them, which Tracer's a pretty hard hero to play, especially for a newcomer, it makes it more likely that they would just give up on the game because they think it has a way bigger difficulty curve than it actually does. So I think that they need to make it a lot easier to play her, and because she is the cover art character after all. She goes on most of the promotional art, she's just everywhere. When you think about Overwatch, you probably think about her. And so she should probably be up there with some of the easiest characters. So I think that they need to change her ultimate to be fit with that theme of being easier, and make it so that it's easy to stick. It's basically a one-tap, but it's not explosive. It doesn't do radius damage. Once it hits a target, it'll kill them. But that's pretty much my ideas. Now remember, I'm not a DPS player. I'm more of a off-tank support player. So I'm not going to have, like, the best ideas. Probably if I asked the DPS players or those people what they would think of the characters, then they might be able to give you a better in-depth description. But I did the best I could, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. This video was a little long. It's a long one, so if you really stuck through to the end, then I thank you a lot for sticking through with this. And I know my videos are a little boring. I mean, I've been trying to edit them more and do a better job with get my editing group to do a better job, but that's pretty much it for this video. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you like the video, just give it a like or a dislike. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. It's fine. It's all the same to me. But I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you decide to check out our second channel, Carrot Pie Productions. Or I think this might be Carrot Pie. Anyway, I think it's Carrot Pie Productions at this point. But it's our short films channel, and we're going to be dropping a trailer for 2 trailers, one for our new series and one for our movie that we're working on. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to put a lot of effort into this, a couple of months worth. We just hope you guys agree that it's great. But thank you guys for watching. Just remember to eat your carrots, consume your pie, and please subscribe.